Bookworm family, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Danny. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell because I'm posting lots and lots and lots and lots and lots since we can't go anywhere. And if you're not already following me on Instagram, please be sure to do that. It is at @the_dancing_bookworm, and I post on there full reviews and bookish content. So today we are talking about my book choice for our reading club for grades K through 2nd. So if you guys are in kindergarten through 2nd grade, we are reading Junie B. Jones' First Grader at Last by Barbara Park. I am e-reading this book, so I don't have a physical copy with me. My niece does, but it's downstairs in her backpack, and I'm not going to go get it right now. But anyway, if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, then you're going to need to click the link up above or down below in the description box to go ahead and join us for this. We are on section 2 out of 3 sections, so we are kind of already into this, but if you want to join and do it at your own pace, the videos are all in a playlist. If you go under my playlist, you'll find it there. So today we are talking about section 2 of Junie B. Jones' First Grader at Last, and in this section, Junie B. Jones becomes embarrassed because everyone else can read on the board what the words are, but she can't, and she's feeling really kind of self-conscious and a little silly because she thinks the word clock says cluck, and so she draws something ridiculous, which we're going to talk about in a minute, and everyone else draws normal things. She's trying to figure out what's going on, and so her teacher calls her in from recess and makes her go down to the school nurse to try to figure out what's wrong and why she can't read right. So that's where we left off for section 2. So the word that we are focusing on this week is the word difficult. So difficult means hard or troublesome. So something that gives you a hard time. And our sentence for that is, it was difficult for Jacob to say the words his teacher wanted him to read. So what's something that's difficult for you? Something that's difficult for me is math. I am not good at math. I'm trying to help my niece with her homework for 1st grade, and even that is tricky for me. It's not something that I'm really good at, and I have to count on my fingers a lot because I don't really know how to do it very well. So our questions for section 2 is, number 1 was, what were at least 2 words on the board the kids drew? So 2 words on the board that the kids drew, there was the word clock, that was one of them, and then there was the word bat or ball. There's a bunch of words you could have picked from for this one, but the ones that stuck out to me were clock and bat, because I think those were the ones that turned into the funniest responses that Junie thought they said. Number 2 was, what did Junie B. Jones draw a picture of? So Junie B. Jones thought the word clock was cluck. So she drew a picture of a screaming chicken, which I thought was really funny because the chicken was going cluck, 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 because that's what she thought it said on the board. But the board actually said clock, and that was not right. So she was a little embarrassed to show Mr. Scary that, but Mr. Scary liked her drawing anyway, even though it wasn't the right word. Number 3 was, what did Junie B. Jones think the word clock said? So I've said that a bunch because I think it's so funny, but she thought the word clock said cluck. That was probably the funniest part of the book to me. Number 4 said, where was Junie B. Jones when Mr. Scary called her in to read sentences from the board? So she was outside having a great time at recess, and when he took her down to see Mrs. Weller, which we're going to talk about in a second, he said, Mrs. Weller is a very lovely person, and Junie B. Jones says, Recess is a very lovely person too, which I thought was really funny because Recess isn't a person, but she really wanted to go back to recess, and Mr. Scary was like, nope, you gotta come do this instead. That's never fun, is it? So number 5 is, who is Mrs. Weller? Mrs. Weller is the school nurse. Number 6 is, why do you think Junie B. Jones has trouble reading, and what do you think will fix it? So Junie B. Jones has trouble reading. I know. I don't want to tell you because I know. But what I thought ahead of time was, I thought maybe she was just seeing the words blurry. And I think to fix it, she might need glasses. So you tell me what you guys think. Do you think I'm right? Or do you think there's something else going on? And number 7 is, have you ever used an eye chart before? So an eye chart is what Junie B. Jones talks about in the next part, but they talk about it a little bit at the end of this section of chapters. And it's when you cover one eye and you have to read the letters on the board, and then you switch eyes and you have to read letters on the board. So we're going to talk about that more in the next chapters. But yes, I have used an eye chart before. I wear glasses and I wear contacts, and when you go to the eye doctor, you need to use an eye chart. So I have used them many times before. The last thing is write a journal entry about a time you had to go to the school nurse. What happened? Were you sick or hurt? How did the school nurse make you feel better? So I didn't have a chance to write it down, but I know of a time that I had to go to the school nurse, but I wasn't being quite honest when I went. So I went to the school nurse one time, and I had told my teacher that I threw up in the bathroom. This was back in like 4th grade. I told the teacher that I threw up in the bathroom, and so she sent me down to the school nurse. So I went to the school nurse, and I was like, I threw up in the bathroom. And she goes, do you have to throw up again? And I was like, uh-oh, because I didn't actually throw up in the bathroom. I was fibbing. So I said, yes. And so I went to the bathroom and I pretended to make throw up sounds and came out, and she called my mom. She sent me home with a plastic bag, and I really just wanted to go home. Well, when I got home, I found out you're not allowed to have fun when you get sent home sick. So I had to sit on my couch and do nothing, and I was bored and I wanted to play, and I was so mad that I pretended to be sick because I could have gone to recess and I could have gone to gym class. I was so mad that I pretended to be sick. But the nurse did help me because she let me lay down, and if I was actually sick, it probably would have been really comforting, but I wasn't actually sick. I was fibbing. So don't fib, because then you have to go home and do nothing, and that's way less fun than hanging out at school with your friends. So we're going to talk about now, Junie B. Jones reads the words on the board incorrectly, but when her teacher tries to see her drawing, she hides it. Do you think Junie B. Jones should have told her teacher what was wrong? When you hide something, keep a secret, or tell a fib, it's harder for an adult to help you with a problem. Talk to your parents about a time you were having a problem, and were you embarrassed to tell someone? Can you think of a way the problem could be solved for next time? So yeah, I tell my niece this all the time because I watch my niece during the day, and she's 6. And sometimes when she has a problem, like today, her hair was sticking up, and she wanted to wet it down. Instead of just saying, I want to wet down my hair because it's sticking up, she said, I have to go to the bathroom. But she had just gone to the bathroom. So I was like, do you really have to go to the bathroom? And she was like, yes, I really have to go to the bathroom. So she goes in the bathroom, she comes out and her hair's all wet. And I look at her and I go, wait a minute. Why is your hair all wet if you went to the bathroom? And she goes, oh, I wet it down while I was in there. And I said, why didn't you just tell me you wanted to wet down your hair? I would have been okay with that. And she goes, oh. So most of the time, if you have a problem, like something simple like wetting down your hair is definitely not a big problem at all. But even if it is a big problem and you need to tell your parents, just tell them the truth, because we can't help you with the problem if we don't know what's wrong, right? And think of a problem that could be solved better next time. So one time I was really mad at my best friend, and I yelled at her really bad, and I told her I hated her, and that was super mean of me, and I shouldn't have done that because that was really mean. So the next time after we worked out that one, we said sorry and we fixed the problem and all that, but the next time I got mad at her, instead of yelling, I said, okay, I need to take a couple minutes to breathe, and then we gotta talk about this because I'm getting mad. And that made the problem way better. So next time we meet, it will be April 8th. And it will be our last time. We'll have finished the book. So make sure you do all of question 3 or all of section 3 questions by next time. And that's down in the description box. So just have your parents click the link and you can see all the questions. But I will read them to you right now just so you know what they are. In case you don't want to go to that link, you can just follow along with the questions here. I did finish the book already, and let me tell you, it's got a really good ending. So you guys are going to like it. So question 1 is, what is the name of the game Junie B. Jones plays with Mrs. Weller? Number 2, what does Junie B. Jones need? Number 3, who takes Junie B. Jones to the eye doctor? Number 4, who does Junie B. Jones first try to tell about her glasses? Number 5, what did May bring to show and tell? Number 6, what did Junie B. Jones bring to show and tell? Number 7, who made Junie B. Jones feel better about her glasses? And number 8, I want you to draw a picture of what your dream glasses would be. So what glasses would you pick out if you could have any glasses in the whole world? I'll tell you, I'm going to draw some because even though I wear these glasses, and they're pretty okay glasses, I want super cool glasses. So I'm going to draw mine out too. Okay? All right, so I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!
Wasn't that a great video? Clearly books make me very happy. Now you can make me happy too. Click the subscribe button to follow my channel. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you think I did good. And the notification bell will let you know when I post new content. Also, follow my Instagram for more book shenanigans.